So when it comes to this game, I have a lot of hours, 600 plus, not like extreme numbers, but I'm still pretty smooth brained in the editor, which is why I'm here today to learn all of this bullshit. My friend, say hi.
What up, homie?
This is Mikeal. Some of you know Mikeal by now.
Also known as the creator of Hatsune Circles.
Some of you know Hatsune Circles by now. Anyway, he's teaching me them because he knows bull and I don't.
Do the gradient trigger first. Go into the gradient trigger and click spawn trigger so we don't have to deal with it.
That is a start position. Is that what keeps fucking doing this?
That is what keeps making it white yet.
How to lose viewers 101. I guess this is the part where we get started. All right. Why are there so many grid lines here?
Because you're using stereo madness.
Really?
Yes.
I know how to do a start position. All right. I'm a caveman, but I know how to make.
Do you understand how channels work in the start position?
No.
Irrelevant. Go to the color trigger.
You fucker.
Okay, the color trigger. Make it an object with like the weird blue innards.
What do you mean?
So, like the saws or something. Like those saws right there.
How do I know whether or not an item will or a block will be color affected? Is it that weird off bluish, purple, indigo?
Yeah, that, and also sometimes it's just arbitrary for no reason.
Sometimes it's what?
It's just arbitrary for no reason.
Edit group.
You do not need to edit the group at all. You need to edit the color.
Edit object.
And you can see it says obj at the bottom right, and then you can click detail the color. It says 1.
Yes.
You make it obj or 1, and then it'll change the color of that object. So
okay.
It's currently 1 set to white, so if you just set it to like red or something, then it'll make that saw red with these settings. So if you want it to have a different opacity or different blending, also click the plus next to color ID.
And there's obj.
I
found obj.
Yes.
Thank you.
Found obj.
Elisa. Thank you, Floppuccino.
I love floppy things.
This is for 1. This is for 2. And this is for 3. Thank you.
Damn, you hate the Chicago Bulls so much you had to kill them.
I have 10 hats and they're all Bulls hats. I hate the Bulls.
I love floppy things so that I'm perfect for you. Are you my new partner? Can we go like make out and have a honeymoon? Like I'll leave the stream right now just to go make out with you. It's fine.
Dog.
Yes. Please.
Dog. Guys. We got shit to do.
So I'm getting it on, dude. Fuck you. I don't care anymore. Okay, set this to 2. Yeah, set it to color ID 2. And then set the saw to 2.
Edit object 2.
So now the outline is red.
Oh, okay, yeah. And it turns red.
Okay, so now...
Why is it not instant? Fade time.
It's set to 50.
Collab and make out?
Yeah.
Dog.
Okay, so what you can do is you can place a different object with a different saw down. Go select the other saw. Copy values.
Copy values.
Go to the gear, paste colors.
Okay,
so you don't have to go into the edit color menu or whatever and just like annoyingly change everything to the same thing.
Oh my fucking god, I suck.
2, and it's still copied, so you don't gotta copy the color. You still have to copy paste color and answer.
That
and if they were
is
set
great.
to a group, paste state will add the group as well.
Like if they were set to a group to do something else with a different trigger,
such as segue,
move trigger.
Move trigger. You get most of this from what I know.
Okay, yeah. So
you gotta set motherfucker to a thing.
Edit group, next free.
So do what you know how to do.
All right. So this saw, I'm gonna make this saw move down here, so you have to hop over it. I do know that in here, if you set it to 1, it's not gonna move a whole block. It's gonna move 1/10 of a block. You need to set it to 10, and then it will move down 1 whole block. It didn't do it.
It doesn't do it in the editor. You have to play. Well, you can play in the editor, but...
Yes. Boom. I made the saw move, y'all.
Make it easing, sign in, out.
Now it'll be smooth and shit. It'll look nice. Yeah.
Or you could make it back in. They're all different.
I'm developing a brain. You're right.
Sign is usually the good one. Some of the usings, like elastic, I've never figured out how that could ever look good. It just kind of makes it not move, and then eventually it just goes, and now it's there. It's arrived. Like I never figured it out.
Boom. Create loop. He taught me this off stream. I'm not the GOAT, by the way. I'm not smart. I'll just wait for this. That's too advanced, okay? We're doing this in order. I deleted my color trigger. Oh my god. Okay, so we're gonna skip stop and do follow because stop makes sense to do after follow.
Yeah, follow will be a really good trigger to use the stop trigger on.
Okay, so we're gonna skip stop for now and go straight to follow.
Set the whiter saw, the big fat saw, to a new group. Go into the follow trigger. So target 3, follow group should be 1. That'll make move time really long. So now what it does is it follows exactly the gear for right now, but we don't want it to do that. So what we want to do is set there to be a Y mod, which will make it slow down a little bit. 1 means that it happens at the exact same rate. The mod changes the rate that it happens.
Okay, so this would happen then at half the rate.
Yes.
I thought it was weird
Yeah.
how these two saws sat here and then just like this one moved down and this one's just here. It's literally here for nothing. Now it's kind of like it has a purpose.
Now make a new move trigger. Actually, just copy the old. You don't have duration lines on, do you?
I don't know. That's so useful. I never use that trigger.
Cogwheel settings, the pause, the gear in the top right.
Did I do it? I'm here.
The gear in the top right. No, the other gear in the top right.
I see. Here?
No, not that one. Not that one.
Did I find the right menu?
Really fucking stupid, by the way. You are in the wrong menu. Okay, you press the pause, the two bars in the very top left, top right. There's a gear in the top right of this menu. Yes, there you go. Duration lines. It's at the start. It's at the first page. There. This game's settings are terrible, by the way. This is not your fault.
It's not clip farming. I haven't clipped one thing. Should I? Do you think I should?
Now you can see where it ends. So put that move trigger at the end of that other move trigger. Now make it move Y positive.
Now what does this do?
So now it goes.
It goes back up.
A little thing set under that move trigger, the stop trigger.
Okay, now we're moving on to stop now. We finished follow.
We're gonna pause the follow trigger.
Okay, so this stop trigger is
by the way, just for
affecting the follow.
clarification, we are not trying to make this look good.
Yeah, this won't be pretty
at all. No, this is gonna be ugly as shit. Set the follow trigger to a group.
Edit instead of edit object, you would edit group for this actually. Next free add.
Yep.
Boom. Stop.
And now you
edit object, target ID 4.
So then it will not follow it back.
And then I just click stop. Nothing else?
I think that's pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah. What is use control ID?
I literally don't know.
All right. This man knows bull. He does not know rocket science.
Pulse. Okay, we're doing pulse trigger?
Yes, pulse.
The main use for a pulse trigger. Set it to channel ID 1.
Okay.
And then change the color to whatever color you want the cells to pulse. Black in this scenario, I think. And then set the fade out of the pulse trigger to like 0.2. Yes. So now they go, boop. They kind of go like boom, you know? You can use hold and fade in to make the pulse different. You can just do that with color triggers. It's just like you can instead do it with only one trigger. Usually pulse triggers are just used for the fade out and nothing else.
Okay. All right. Alpha.
Alpha. I don't really think I need to explain alpha, do I?
Oh no, this is really simple.
It changes the group's opacity in the time that you set. The
Okay.
toggle trigger is the simplest trigger. Take a guess.
It turns shit on and off. Duh.
It disables the group, and if you set it to enable, the toggle trigger turns green, which shows you that it's the activate toggle trigger. Now it's green.
Boom. I toggled one fucking block. No one's gonna do that ever, but I did it.
The next trigger is the spawn trigger, which is kind of useless to put down manually because of a super awesome epic button that exists known as the create loop button. For now, trash this spawn trigger. We're still gonna use a spawn trigger, but we're not gonna use that one.
Okay.
So you need to select your two move triggers.
Boom.
Select both of them.
Boom.
And now hit the pause menu. Hit the create loop button.
Okay.
You created a loop. So now that will just happen infinitely. It'll go up, down, up, down, up, down till the end of time.
Rotate.
Rotate. So put down an object that's not a circle.
Okay.
That also doesn't have a hitbox.
Okay. Ghost. A little ghost. Boom.
Okay, cool. We got a ghost. So set him to a group. Sure, bro. Sure, buddy. Okay.
Oh, he's not set.
Group
Okay.
8. Okay. Now rotate him.
Rotate him.
Group 8. No, the rotate trigger.
Target group.
You don't want to center group ID yet. Or
8.
Group 8. There's the times 360 section and the degrees section. I think it's pretty self-explanatory what they do. Times 260 is how many times it 360s. Degrees is how many degrees it rotates. So the priority is times 360, and then it does degrees. So yeah, it's gonna spin 4 times at Mach 12 because you like, yeah, for you, that's gonna finish in the time that you're. Look at our little ghost guy. Look at our little ghost guy. Look at him go. Look at him go. Look at our little ghost guy.
That's great. I love it.
So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna ruin our little ghost guy's whole day.
What is this?
We're gonna set. I don't even know. Sometimes if it looks messed up, you just change that number until it works.
All right, what are we gonna do to our little ghost guy?
We're gonna make a center group 9. Okay, and now what we're gonna do is we're gonna add a group 9 above his forehead. So we need to
like above or like attached?
Hey, that's fine. Set it to group 9. Now we're ruining his whole day because he's about to get fucking murdered. Watch this. Because that's what center group does. It spins the group around the center.
What is dynamic mode?
I wish I could fucking tell you.
It didn't do anything.
I don't even fucking know, man.
All right, next trigger.
This guy. So yeah, let's make him big and fat now. Scale X is how much wider he gets. Scale Y is how much taller he gets. And then this is compared to his original size. Target group is him.
8.
Which is 8. And center group would be where you want him to grow from. He's getting spun around so much he's losing weight, bro. Poor guy.
How's come he's scaling his Y too?
Like, okay, well then I don't think he is. I think it's just because he's rotating. It looks fucked.
Or would it be the center maybe? Yes. For some reason the
Center
center
group just changed. Okay, it's because his Y and X changes based on the center if it's rotating him, because you don't have block object rotation on anymore, if I assume. But
okay, so if I do that and then this. What the fuck? Okay.
Yeah, sometimes triggers just fucking do that, dude.
This is fucking golden.
Yeah, this is the best level of all time.
I love how he just breaks.
Yeah.
Might get raided, not gonna lie.
Shake, makes the
What?
screen shake.
Hold
you
on.
almost never end up using this because some people just disable shake.
Animate.
Animate, this trigger sucks. Go read the options of it.
Animate certain objects can also be used to activate.
This means you can animate the monsters in the game to do certain actions, and then you set him to a group after you put his ass down. This trigger sucks ass. And set it to 10, group ID 10. After you set the animation ID to what you want him to do, I'll then be doing that. Yay, he stopped biting. World peace has been achieved.
Why is he still like, why he really wants to still, like, look at his jaw.
This level, this is fucking trigger. It's so, you will almost never need it.
I just changed his fucking bite rate, that's it. Get these fucking out of here.
So what is the next trigger?
Keyframe.
Yeah, so we're not doing that.
Yeah, we are not doing keyframe. There are some ridiculous, stupid triggers that, like, he don't even know. This...
Do you want this to take up the entire...
Follow player Y.
Yes. This basically lets you set a follow trigger modification onto the player. This basically is like, if you want like a little friend, if you want like a little ghost friend, you gotta set him to a group, follow player Y, group 13, and now set the delay to something small and set the move time to insanely high. Now he'll do everything you do. Okay, well he needs to follow you X. You get a move trigger.
This little
And set
trigger
it to
needs some
13
help.
and click follow X. So now when you jump, he follows you.
Oh, this is cool. Why are these lines going up?
You just do that.
I fixed them. You just move them.
So now we're moving to area move. This would take up a lot of time to build. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to Glorp.
All right, we're hitting a little side quest going to Glorp. This was a level swap.
Where I used an area move trigger because I don't want to make you sit here and build a metric fuckload of objects to make the area move trigger thing work.
Okay. This is that one. All right.
It moves within an area around something set. And now the area move trigger is set to do it around the player, but it can do it around anything.
Okay, these buttons here affect how the blocks react to you specifically, and the target they're reacting
object
to
that
me.
It's selected to be on, not specifically to you.
Have
you
the
could
start
do the
position.
ghost guy.
I could do the ghost.
If you have the little ghost guy following you, you could have him be the center group, and then he causes his own little thing.
Back to the trigger level. All right.
So do you want it to be around player 1 or our little ghost guy?
Little ghost.
Center group 13, and then now you need to change the settings of the trigger to like move a little bit.
I don't know what
This
to
is what
do.
I mean when I just say I don't either. I just move length to like 20 and then move distance to something and then angle to something, and I'm like, yep, that usually looks good.
I see. All right, so now the effect is following the ghost. Michael, you're the best Nightbot.
Yeah, I got a little bit of a delay, but whatever. His hardest is harder than mine, by the way. I just want to put that out there.
So for this, I think I'm just gonna delete this because that's too much of a process. It was shown.
Same with the other area triggers. Like the other area triggers follow the same concept, right?
This, instead of making the blocks move, they would probably just rotate around the player. This will change the size. This probably just makes it like fade when you get close.
Opacity and then tint, change the color.
What is tint? Tint just changes color. And then all of these.
They just edit those so you don't have to click a stop trigger. If you want it to get more intense, instead of needing a whole new trigger that fucks up the effect, you just edit it.
The background move trigger?
Background trigger. This is really easy. Go into it. I mean, you'll get the point. Click the input button. Ground and middle ground are the same thing. Changes the ground and the middle ground.
Okay, yeah, that's pretty simple. We can just breeze over those. All right, touch trigger.
It's pretty simple. It's a toggle trigger that only activates when you click. These settings, if it's player 1 clicks, player 2 clicks. Hold mode is it's off when you're holding and on when you're not. I feel like it's pretty simple, right?
Yeah.
You also can use this as a spawn trigger. It can get really complicated.
This is like a 101 in a way. Not like a fucking entire
This is
college
not like you
course.
can use the count trigger to activate a pickup trigger that activates an instant count trigger, which then makes it so that whenever you click it increases the number trigger by 1, which you can use the instant count trigger to enable a move trigger that moves it.
We can't overload me because I actually want to leave this situation a little bit smarter about triggers. Count trigger.
Instant count, actually, because count is just literally useless. Instant count. Instant count is count trigger, but like not dog shit. Item ID, that's the weird 0 that existed. Target ID is what the instant count trigger will activate or deactivate when target count is reached. If you get the 0 trigger and then set it to an item ID with edit special, ignore all of those buttons. Item ID 1, target count, let's just make it 10. Do we want to, let's kill our little ghost guy. 13.
No.
It's fine. When that item ID reaches 10, our ghost guy dies. Go find an object in the potions menu. Yeah, edit special, pick up item ID 1, make 10 of those. This changes the count, and then he dies when you get 10.
He didn't.
Sometimes this shit just sucks. Oh, set it to larger, because set to equals. It has to be literally 10. It's not working very good. I don't know why fuck he isn't dying, whatever. Small indie developer. If you look at the item, the C1, like put it like next to our big giant monster guy. Yeah. See, it's past 10. Basically, I think the pickup trigger is the next trigger. I'm just going to explain it in words. The pickup trigger will edit item ID even if you don't pick something up, because you can set it to make anything be pickup even if you don't actually physically pick it up. It counts as changing the number.
All right, time.
This is like platformer exclusive. I think it's pretty self-explanatory. It's timer.
Same for event and control?
Yeah, they just affect the timer trigger in different ways.
What about item edit, item comp, item purse?
So item comp and purse, I don't fucking know, but item edit is a really fucking awesome trigger. I love my Honeyboo item edit. Why the fuck is it not there? Why does yours look different from mine? I swear to God, your item edit looks different from my item.
I don't know.
Why does it look like? Why is it like that? Hang on. Let me go to my levels real quick. I swear to God, this is not what this trigger looks like. Why
I just have a different
so
fucking trigger.
You have a peeled item edit, dude. What is this? Yeah, it's got an attempts option. It's weird. Yeah. Oh, it's covered by your fucking chat, dude. I'm a fucking chud. So set item edit 1 or 2, probably 2, because you already have item ID 1.
What, dude, what do I do?
set target item ID and item ID 1. Set them both to 2.
What is a chud?
Set the it's just an
Enlighten me.
insult. So select the top layer as attempt. That will change item ID, oh Jesus, every time an attempt happens, except it doesn't because it's stupid. You need a pickup trigger, because of course you need a pickup trigger, right? Because the pickup trigger is the only thing that could ever edit the fucking thing. You need a pickup trigger. Item ID 1, count 1. Actually, no, 2. Item ID 2.
Count
and now put
1?
down the 0. And now set that to item ID 2. Yeah, now every time you die, that number will change. I love this because you can make custom attempt counters and the giant ass, thick ass attempt 1 doesn't get in the way. Yeah, see? It's a little fucky because it's fucky, but there's your pro tip if you want a custom attempt trigger.
Okay, random.
Random is kind of pointless when advanced random exists. All random does is make a difference between 2 things. Advanced random can do it between like 100 things.
Okay, so we skip random?
Yeah, basically, random is just
Advanced random.
Group ID, basically, you get object on a group and you set that group to the number. The number is not the percentage chance, it's the weight of the chance.
I don't know what that means. Show me how it works.
Just find a random group ID.
20?
So the chance is set to 10, just click add, and now get a new group. If you click add again, boom, now they're 50. And then if you go to 22, click add again, it'll go 33 if repeating. So the chance is the weight. So now if you make like 23 have a chance of like 50, then that weight is more, so that one now is a 60%, the other one's a 30.
And what does this do?
Triggers one of several groups randomly. You can do it with like pulses. You like really want it to be like red, but like if you get lucky or something, it's like a different shade of red, you know? We need the trigger to be the group. And it also needs to be spawn triggered. I'll set a channel 0, by the way, just to be clear. So they're not going to actually pulse anything. There is also no fade options. You need to fade out them. They're all added to the groups they need to be added to. The advanced random should do the right thing. Yes, he was green. Blue. Green.
It's gonna be green most of the time.
Green is the weighted chance. Yeah, but
and then
that was purple.
I had them on a pulse loop, right? I was asking if I had already had a pulse loop because I thought I did. Oops, I've just fucking spammed.
Well done. You're the GOAT of all time.
Awesome.
How did you do it so fucking quick, dude? Holy shit.
I held it. I don't know.
That shit was dancing, bro.
Meow.
Meow. Oh, we are joking. We've also officially we did it with item edit, but and scale, but we've entered 2.2 basically.
Sequence.
I don't know.
Okay, spawn particle.
I don't really know the point of sequence when spawn exists. Okay, spawn particle. Get a coin. Get a particle trigger now. I'm gonna very lightly explain the particle trigger to you. It's in the spiky thing, the weird spiky cloud thing. The spiky cloud section, the tab next to the orb. There you go. So now we got that. What we're trying to do is we're trying to make it explode into a celebration when you pick up this coin, right?
Okay.
So to make a explosion of particles, you set the angle, the plus minus to 180. Now it's a circle, and then change the speed, which is how fast the particles move. Make it look like a happy explosion of joy and whimsy. However you feel is correct. Doesn't matter that much. Whatever looks like a happy, joy, whimsical explosion. This looks really depressing, Justin. I don't know what your opinion of joy and whimsy is, but I don't think I want to.
Do you want?
Oh hi, we want joy and whimsy, not depression. Come on, man. Make duration anything but infinite. Yeah, see that little explosion of joy and whimsy? Emission makes the amount of particles, by the way.
This looks good.
Does that look whimsical?
That looks too long, though. I want it to be like you pick up the coin and then it bursts. Boom.
Now change the texture. Click the texture button. That changes what it is.
My God. The particle trigger's cool.
So what do you want the whimsical explosion to explode into? You can also change the size later, it's fine. Visual button, start size, see like a bunch of big X's, and then they slowly get small to the end size. It's your whimsical explosion that you want to happen when you pick up a coin.
Yes.
Of X's that don't look whimsical at all. Spawn particle. So the particle needs to be set to a group. Now toggle off 14th of very start.
Will this trigger or here?
If it's behind the start, it'll trigger before the level even loads.
Okay, good.
Which is what we want. So now that doesn't exist. So what we want is we want the spawn, good job. The particle group is 14. And the position group, we want it to be on that coin. So we set the coin to a group and we set the position group to the coin. So now when we pass that trigger, which we can make it touch triggered and then warp it, or we can make the coin activate it, it'll blow up. So if you make it touch triggered, you can see its hitbox, and then you can zoom in and you can use the warp button to make the spawn particle hitbox line up with the coin. So boom, it explodes as soon as you pick up the coin.
That's fire. That was one of the more fascinating triggers you have taught me so far. The spawn particle, no, not just spawn particle, but like the particle just the way this whole shit went down, it was pretty, like, it was cool. Reset
Stuff.
What does that mean?
I mean, reset certain objects such as collectibles and checkpoints given by the group ID.
Not that crazy. Yay, camera controls.
So zoom, it's very, very self-explanatory. Zoom is how much, and the time is how long, and the easing is how it eases. That's it. Yeah. Static is more complicated. So
don't laugh at me.
Set it to group 13. Set it to follow, and set it to a really long duration. We're playing. Okay, set it off of follow. I've changed my mind. Set it back to follow. I changed my mind. Okay, set it back to follow. Duration 0. I think this is what I was supposed to do.
Yeah, I see.
We're following the ghost guy. We're playing as ghost guy. Let's go. Usually this isn't a moving object. It's used to like make those single screen things ideas, you know what I mean?
And you would just center it on like the very center. Offset.
I don't think I need to explain it. I think you know what an offset is, actually.
That literally would just do the same thing. Technically, kind of, you're not going to directly follow the guy if he jumps, but like...
Gameplay offset is different. Gameplay offset is related to the player. Offset is related to whatever the center is, which is usually the player, but like it can be different. You can get how it can be different, right?
That's the same. They're the same thing.
No, gameplay offset is the offset of the player. Offset is like if you're like focusing on a boss or something. Yeah, let's play like this.
I see.
They're slightly different.
Rotate.
Again. Like, the camera triggers are so simple when you actually, like, sit down and think about them.
I guess they really are. They're just the other triggers, in a way.
Edge isn't. I love edging. Target ID. Up, down, left, right. You select an object. That object will be the object that is the camera edge. Actually, you could do right. Set the big giant monster to a group.
He's already grouped, I think.
Oh, what is his group then? Sweet, 10. Okay, now set 10 to be the group, right? All right, now I'm playing.
This is stupid. I see. Makes sense. Mode.
This literally enables or disables free mode.
Okay,
Cute.
That's actually really useful.
Guide is the goat.
Let's see it.
My goat. The orange is where 4-3 devices see. The green is what normal devices see. The yellow is where the player is.
Dude said yes, friend knows ball again. Does this even account for my zoom?
If you edit, if you go into the trigger, boom, 0.835. So set the zoom to 0.835.
Oh, this is so cool. See, I was wondering because I've noticed in 2.2 there is a large upscale of levels that actually cover the edge of mobile devices. Reverse.
Reverse is just worse arrow.
Arrow.
This is gonna get iffy. This is how you make someone go up a wall or backwards. The direction the arrow is pointing is the direction you will start going. So this makes you go up.
And then I just fall. Unless...
And now you'll land on that and you'll start going up.
I see.
We need to change the channel of the arrow trigger.
Okay.
Target channel 1. This is so triggers don't activate when you touch them before touching this trigger, if that makes sense.
Add you
and
to the
won't
call
activate
for
at
free
the
Red
arrow
Bull.
trigger.
Dog, if you could like actually bring me that, then we'd maybe be talking business, but like you can't do that. Why did we skip my goat sequence? What do you mean?
I mean, the sequence trigger, I'm pretty sure is just like an optimization trigger that instead of putting down a bunch of move triggers, you put down the sequence trigger and it just activates the move triggers one by one. But I'm a fat, lazy chud and I don't want to deal with that, so I never use sequence trigger.
I'm gonna get rid of this shit because I don't want to do that. Song,
it's self-explanatory. I mean, pick a love shuttle. We're gonna change the song to Jway and Whimsy as soon as we pass the monster guy because it's not scary anymore. Because now we're just really happy with our ghost guy because we've gotten away from the monster. This is the story here.
Okay.
So we put the song trigger past the monster and his butt cheeks. Yeah. All right. So now what we do is we edit the object and we listen to it. We hear that it's too early in the song, right? So we want to add an offset to the song, which is we use the arrows. There's a new page. Start is in milliseconds. So, and then there's a play button right up there. You can just test it. Plus is where it is in the level. The plus button. So we want the Jway and Whimsy part. Nah, Jway and Whimsy part's further in. We gotta get real happy with this. Nope, we're not happy yet. Oh, we're getting there. Look, we're getting so whimsical.
Is this still not it?
No, we're almost there. We're close. We gotta stop going to... We're almost there. We're almost whimsical. There we are! We're so whimsical. So we get the song trigger to make everything whimsical to make it past the big...
Dog! This is great! Is that the very start? Is that the very start?
Yeah, that's the whimsy part. We're doing whimsical.
Okay, next page.
Okay, go to the next, because we don't want the whimsy to end, so we click loop.
Never.
No, the whimsy can never end. We also want the volume to be double, obviously.
Right.
Yeah, so now play the level.
So now play the level, alright? Y'all ready for this shit? Y'all ready for this? Alright, great. Hold on, I can make this better too. I can make this better too. It's
D.
D.
It's D. It's D.
I wish S was for slide, but it's for stop.
We've made the greatest level of all time. Oh yes, this is whimsical. This is what I see as whimsical.
Copy values, paste color.
You're my goat.
Oh, yeah, I'm really your goat. Look at this shit.
Don't worry, you're my goat. We're so happy and whimsical.
I love this level.
We made a fucking story.
I love my Geometry Dash school. This is my story of Geometry Dash school.
The next trigger is edit song. It just edits the song. If you want to change the volume or the speed.
Sound effects.
Yeah, we're doing the sound effects trigger, so we're gonna add a fire in the hole, obviously, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, there we go. I mean, max volume, obviously. Reverb. Yes, my goat, the ghost, is firing in the hole.
Okay, event.
This one is fucking convoluted, dude. Just click the top right button and start stopping. Oh, to start clicking the arrows.
What does this do?
It makes something happen every time something happens. You can set the group ID to do something when robot boost start, robot boost stop, ship boost start, ship boost end, ball switch, swing switch, wave push, whatever the fuck that means.
So whenever you do that specific thing, you can make it trigger something?
Yeah, really helpful for platformer levels where you want certain sound effects to play for certain things. It's really helpful for mini game levels where you want something specific to happen when you jump.
I see. What is time warp?
Time warp.
Pretty simple, I assume.
Slow down, speed up. Yeah.
Really simple trigger. I like that.
Middle ground. You can
these
offset it. It's only for like putting it at the very start of the level. Change background speed. Now this one's cool. Change the background color to like white or blue or something. Red, sure. And now background speed 3. on both. And now it'll move really fast.
That is really weird.
Yeah, a middle ground. Same thing, middle ground. But you don't have a middle ground on this level right now.
It just adds some parallax, some free parallax. That's crazy. The UI.
UI. Set a group ID to never move on the screen, so it makes it a UI element. If we're using the thing we did earlier, where we're killing our little ghost guy, you can put the amount of things you picked up on the UI in like the top right, so it always follows you.
I see. Link visible.
It makes sure every single object in the group is the same visibility. So you can use this as like, so you don't, I don't fucking know, dude. Just go on to the next one, bro. I don't see the goddamn point in this trigger when the alpha exists, bro.
Collision trigger.
Collision. This guy is either the most useless fucking bum or the goat, depending on what kind of level you're making. This is the goat for minigame levels. So you get that weird square, the second one, block ID. So you can set it to 1, and then you make a new one.
New what?
One of those weird blocks. And now you set it to dynamic 1. Dynamic 1. Yeah. If collision block 1 collides with collision block dynamic... Okay, it needs to be 2, actually. You were right. I'm sorry. No. You said too many of them to 2. Only one of them needs to be. Yeah. So when block A hits block B, which is 1, 2, then something happens.
This one makes no sense.
For non-minigames. Okay, let me explain it. Block A ID, set it to 1.
Okay.
Block B ID, set it to 2. Target ID, set it to 29, I guess. Put down a saw of death and destruction, of agony. Yes, that. Now move it over a little bit so you don't die immediately. Okay, there. Yeah, we're good. So now, set the saw to 29. Okay, so set the 1. Set it to a group, not group 29. Anything but group 29. And now move group 30 with a move trigger. So you set this to move X, like -10, and you just make it move group 30. So now that block will move into the other block. And when it touches the other block, it activates the collision trigger, which disables the saw. When a dynamic block touches a not dynamic block, it realizes what happens. What is the hitbox on that, by the way? Hello? Okay, let me think. So, go back into the collision trigger. Let's see. Enter the collision trigger.
What do I do next?
We're gonna activate group. Set target ID to 31. So we're gonna make a toggle trigger that's spawn triggered and is group 31. It turns off 29. No, it turns off 29. Yep, and it's group 31. I'm trying to get this collision trigger to do something. Let's go. Let's see if this works. Get sound effect triggered. I can't fucking think. That's how the collision trigger works. When one thing collides with another thing, it does a thing. Okay, let's just move on, because I can't fucking... Every time you fucking test this shit out, I have to hear, fuck!
I can't, like, it's not working.
I don't know, it's RobTop programming at its finest.
Okay, on death.
On death. So, like, do I need to tell you how this works? It activates or deactivates a motherfucking group when you die. Our ghost guy!
Huh?
13! Our ghost guy dies with us. But you can't really die right now.
It worked.
Yay!
Fire.
Our ghost guy!
Hell yeah. Alright, these.
These are really easy. So play the level normally right now, and now look at your cube really, really intently, okay? Yeah, now put the enable down, and then stare at your cube again. He's got a little trail.
What does show?
Shows or hides the player. It makes it disappear Reaper.
I see. So that's cool. You could disappear and play with only your trail.
Delete one of the blocks on the floor for the wave so that we can test this one. No, the wall. No, like the leg, so you can fit through easy. That is not very easy, but good for you, I guess, if you can do that. So background effect on. Just do on, even though it's on by default. Just have it on. Put it at the start of the level. Can you change the goddamn background color to black again, so this is easier to see? So when you become a flying mode and you have background effect on, there's little particles like squares.
Ah, yes.
When you're playing normally, that is the background effect. You see you see those red things?
Mm-hmm.
Background effect off disables them.
That's it.
So you don't have to deal with it. Yeah.
I see. What's end?
Yes, I have to explain the end trigger. Yeah, it ends the level.
Oh, so like,
boom,
is it
you're done.
Is it always touch?
No.
I see. Simple.
It sucks you into the trigger. You can disable effects, so like you don't have to deal with the wall, you don't have to deal with the sound or the effect or something. Like if you're making like a horror level or something, you don't want the fucking celebration thing, so you just turn all these on and then you just like insta win.
That's cool. Oh my god. All right, really simple. I like simple triggers that do like actually cool things. It's my favorite. Player control.
Player control. This is like 80% platformer. You can just stop them from jumping, stop them from moving, stop them from rotating, stop them from sliding. It's like you'd use it in platform mode.
I see. Options.
My fucking honey bun. This is my baby girl right here. You can hide the ground. You can hide the middle ground. You can hide the players. But the most important thing, you can disable the player from control. You can make it so they can't click. You can hide the attempts for a custom attempt counter. I love this trigger. It's my favorite trigger. I love this bit. My darling, my baby darling. BPM. It makes yellow lines to the BPM.
Simple.
Great. Okay, so what we're gonna do is delete the gradient trigger. We're gonna set up the area for it like before we put the trigger down, so that we don't have to fucking deal with that.
Okay.
So get the little ghost guys, 4 of them. We need 4 little ghost guys in a square. That's a really small square, but we'll roll with it. So set each of them to a new group, so they all need to be a different group. So you remember which is which. So top right is 16.
16,
Top left
17, 18,
blah, blah,
19.
Yeah, so now we use the gradient trigger, and now you set up the area of vertex mode. It's a square. Yeah, see top left, top right.
Top right, 16, top left, 17, bottom right, bottom left, actually. 18, bottom right, 19.
And so it creates a gradient. It creates it in that box. You can set the blending to something very cool, which is invert. So now, when you go through that, you'll invert your colors.
Why me specifically?
Just anything that goes through it. Okay, you need to set it to max because it's only affecting the background. So now it'll affect you. See how it's inverting the ghosties already?
Oh yeah.
And you can set that up for anything. You can set up like an actual gradient instead of a block of white, if you so desire.
How do I do that? How do I do an actual gradient though?
You go to the gradient trigger and you set 2 colors. Set the colors of the gradient trigger. Edit the gradient trigger. Edit object. The edit object button that edits the colors of it. There you go. And now set 2 colors that you want, like green gradient into purple. And now, boom. And then rotate the gradient trigger. It rotates the gradient with the rotation of the gradient trigger.
That's so cool.
Gravity. It changes your fucking gravity, which doesn't do anything on a wave part.
If I just rotate it like this, will that work?
No, because it affects the gravitational pull, not what direction. So it affects the strength of the pull. Yeah, so this will make it so that you gotta fucking fight that motherfucking jump. This is how lobotomy levels do their fucking moon jumps.
I see.
Teleport. This trigger pisses me off because you can only teleport the top player in a duel. And this just teleports you to the target group. That's all it does. It is that simple. It would be really helpful if there was just an option to teleport the... Okay, shader triggers. So this shader trigger affects all shaders. So if you want the shader to only affect the background or only affect the player or something, then you set this up. This shit is fucked though. Because like, just start clicking stuff and tell me if you can figure out what it's doing. Because I can't. Like, just start clicking buttons on the trigger. It's just fucking doing things. Like, why? It's just randomly turning things on and off for no reason. I don't get it. But
so you don't know what this thing does, really?
I do know what it does. I just don't know what those buttons do. Why they're doing what they're doing. Try to make it so that only the P is selected. Nope, the B. Yep, nope, the P's gone now. Nope, the B1's still there. Nope, it's gone. See, there you go. I don't get why it's like that. Nope. Oh, you fucked it up. You're terrible. You're awful. There you go. Turn off disable all no player particles. Put it at the start. So now any shader that you use will only affect the player, because that's what that trigger has set it to do. So shaders are the next triggers that we're going to go to. So like if you want the player to glitch, because glitch is the most effective one for just like a little area. I mean, it's pretty set up already. So now the player's glitching, but everything else isn't, because the shader trigger did that. If you delete the shader trigger though, the glitch effect will now be on everything. So that's what the shader trigger does. And the shader trigger is also the stop trigger for shaders, because stop triggers don't work on shaders.
Okay. So this shader trigger made it to where it's only my player.
Yeah. Or if you select that, if you turn, oh my fucking god, if you make that shader trigger only affect a certain layer, then the glitches only affect a certain layer, blah, 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 blah. You get the point, right?
Glitchy goes. Glitchy fucking goes.
That's how the shader trigger works. And I mean, I don't really need to explain the shaders, because the way that you test out the shaders is you put them down in a level, see what they do, and be like, ooh, that's cool. You know?
What is shock line?
Like this, well, you gotta, okay, there is one weird thing about some of these triggers. Go into shock line. Sometimes there's a little thing. This one doesn't seem to have it.
I think it was just because I was hidden. It was because I was hidden.
Yeah, it does the shock line. Some...
Why is the songs... Why...
Rob Top Programming. We're enjoying Whimsy Land. Okay. And there's a few triggers that have a button that say show X or use X or use Y. If you don't have either checked on, the trigger will not work.
Use X, use Y for chromatic?
Yeah, this trigger, it will literally do nothing unless you have those on. Like if you have both off, it will just not do anything.
Chromatic glitch. Doesn't have that.
That means it happens regardless.
Pixelate. Oh my god, what's this gonna do?
Nope, it has a use X, use Y. Yup, you gotta turn those on, man. Hard edges!
What if I do only X? What is hard edges?
I don't know what hard edges are, but I know that this will only pixelate your X.
Didn't do it.
Well, you gotta set up the strength then. Make it strong. Make the target X, target Y like really big. Make you super fucking messed up. Oh yeah, baby.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was like Pixel Ambler. What the fuck? Oh, it's because the hard edges were off. That's why. Hard edges just
love hard
like
edging.
removes the blurs.
Oh, my vision goes blurry when I hard edge. I'm gonna shut the hell up already now.
Please. This one didn't work. It's probably use X. It's not.
But you don't have a center.
What is this fucking check mark in the corner?
I don't fucking know,
Like,
dude.
what does this do?
I've thought the same fucking thing, bro. It's not even in the info box. Like, I clicked the info button to see if that check mark was there, and nope. There's just a fuck ass check mark.
Moving past the lens. I'm not really worried about it.
Oh, look at that! Look at the top. Look at it. Look at the top right.
Like, what the fuck?
There's another one.
Okay. Just blur.
Bulge. I'm not gonna say it this time. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it.
I'm keeping that one.
Homie's fucking sick of this. He just left. I've never seen that.
The pinch didn't do anything. The pinch still hasn't done anything, and I don't really care. I assume pinch just like shrinks.
I don't know. I think it's like the opposite of bulge.
I see.
Crazy I was gonna do.
Wow, this is just a visual thing. This is also just a visual thing. This is also just a visual thing. None of these use X probably. Hue, I didn't set up a shift. Pretty simple. Edit color.
This is my go. Edit color is awesome because if you set everything to 0, it just blacks out everything. You don't gotta put some giant black box or anything. You can just use this trigger.
Oh my god, that's actually great.
And then, boop, you don't need to use black boxes.
Split screen.
This one's weird. Don't make the number very high. You're gonna have to set the numbers. Don't make them very high. If you make the numbers very high, make them like 1. Because it makes a new screen for you to play on. But it only affects player. If it's not only affecting player, then it would show the whole level on.
Wow, that's all of them.
Except the enter effects, which I'm gonna tell you like one thing about the enter effects. Most levels just use the one with the giant X over it and call it a day. They just shove that at the very start of the level.
What are they?
Either the enter effects, when the object comes onto or leaves the screen, it moves in a certain way.
Oh, like the weird like how it scrolls onto the screen and shit.
Yeah, and how it fades usually like this. It's fading.
And that just makes it to where nothing happens. There's no effects.
It's about every trigger. There's some other triggers that I don't really want to deal with.
No, a lot of them aren't here because I deleted them along the way. But here's all the ones that I currently still have down.
Gonna upload this level?
Should I? My experience learning triggers.
You just fucking call it magnum opus. Why does this stop?
The song stops and then I get sucked up into the end trigger. Anyone who plays this would never know that every single trigger in the game is sitting right in front of them right there. They would just be like, dude, why'd the song stop? And I just get sucked up.
There's a 0.
Little do they know, every single fucking trigger ever is literally right there.
Magnum opus. Magnum opus. Choppy. Not keep choppy. Bright and choppy. Magnum opus. Bye, bitch.
Bye, bitch.